If I roll a pair of dice and ask you what is going to be the exact outcome on the top surface of both of them when they fall down, you will say that it's quite unrealistic of me to even expect to know the answer. On the other hand, if I ask you what is going to be the likelihood that the sum of the numbers on the top add up to 7, then you may be able to answer me by making a probabilistic model. So, this is going to be the first example of models that we are going to look at. So to do that, let's just write down all the possible outcomes that we can get, with the first number representing the first die and the second number representing the outcome on the second die. And by doing that, we get a total of 6 into 6, 36 possible outcomes. And out of these possible outcomes, if we just count the ones where the sum adds up to 7, then we'll see that all the diagonal outcomes add up to 7. And if we assume that the likelihood of occurrence of any one outcome is equal to any other, that is, all the outcomes are equally likely, then the likelihood that sum equals 7 will be equal to 7 divided by 36. So we were not able to predict exactly just by based on the physics, but by drawing a probabilistic model, we can say that this is going to be the likelihood. Now you may argue with me that since the dice are following the Newton's law of motion to a high degree of accuracy, and if we can just measure the initial positions of the dice when they leave our hand and the initial velocities and the distance from the ground, then we can actually study the entire motion of the die and find out the exact outcome on the top surface when they fall down. But in reality, since measurement at that level of accuracy is very difficult by the current technology, and also the calculations become so complex, hence that level of analysis is not usually done, and we usually follow these simplistic model.